June 3rd, 2019. Huh? My head pops off the pavement as I was lying on. I look around in disbelief. Am I back here again? I get up and check my phone. Oh my. Sheesh. This is the night of June 3rd. It says so clear as day. I look down at myself. My body isn't as mangled as it was before. Almost as though it never even happened. I shake my head as if it'll clear my mind. What am I surprised about? Natsuki's old man beat me up before, and I came back without a scratch after I passed out. Right after I saw that creepy masked guy with the antlers. And I know I saw him back at the school, too. I know it. Well, no point thinking about it now. If everything's been reset, then Natsuki should hopefully still be alive and well. I proceed to walk through the gate like I've been doing the last however many times, and to go through the motions. What's the point, though? If Yuri's right, it seems like Natsuki is going to suffer no matter what I do. Not like making her drink some sleeping pills will fix anything either. I already learned that the hard way. I'm at my wit's end here, and I've got no idea what my next move should be. I take my place at the kitchen table as I mull over my remaining options. Calling Amy is out of the question. Calling the police is definitely out of the question. I know I seriously considered killing Natsuki's dad, but then I might as well be sending her back to her aunt. And most likely, with some additional emotional trauma she'll never heal from. Oh my God. I'm running out of ideas until I think back to the whole soul for a soul deal. Could I technically murder any random person to fulfill the terms? Wait, why am I even considering that? I don't want to kill anyone. Then again, every time I've tried to loophole myself out of the rules of the curse, something happens to bite me in the ass later. Ah, damn it all. There's no winning here. No matter what I do, someone is going to end up miserable. In most cases, it's Natsuki. With that logic, I might as well be the one killing Natsuki myself. Not directly, of course, but it's like every action I take leads to either me or her suffering somehow. I'm not going to even think about just killing Natsuki either. I want to save her. Not only is it cruel, but it completely defeats the purpose of what I'm even doing here. And even if she hates me, I don't want to do anything to hurt her either. I'm still not entirely sure if I love her or not, but I'm pretty sure killing someone you're in love with isn't something a sane person does. I might as well leave and go through the motions until I come up with something useful. This loop is going to keep resetting until I do something, right? Might as well make use of the time I've got. As I get up from the table, I decide to check on Natsuki one more time, just to make sure she's still okay. I know you hate me and never want to see me again, but I have to make sure. I'm going to save you somehow, Natsuki, no matter how much you hate me. God, why am I so hung up on that? It's not like people hating you is something new. Why is this any different? Maybe it's because no, it doesn't matter now. Natsuki hates you, end of story. After all, she said, screamed it herself to your face. I quietly tread upstairs and I gently opened her bedroom door. There she was. Is, present tense, sleeping peacefully in her bed, unaware of what awaits her tonight. As if drawn in by a magnetic pull, I make my way over to her. For some reason, I feel overwhelmed looking at her again. She's okay. Her body's in some mangled mess on the concrete. Everything really has been reset. I swear I can feel tears welling up in my eyes. As stupid as it sounds, this almost feels like something out of some storybook fairy tale to me, just seeing her resting so peacefully. And again, is it because I'm happy seeing her okay? Or is it because the last thing she told me was she hated me? She never wanted to see me again. She wanted me to rot in hell. Yeah, for some reason, those words hurt me more than I thought they would. Whatever. There's no point in me staying here. There's also no point in me ever talking to her again. Even if she doesn't remember me, it would just be too painful. I can't look at her without thinking about our not date or seeing her jump off the roof. No, I'm done here. I slowly back away, hoping not to make a sound. I take one last look at her and take my leave, gently shutting the door as quietly as possible. I feel a huge relief just getting to see her one more time, but then I also feel a weight in my chest. Whatever, that's not important right now. I only wanted to make sure she's okay, this time. I want to do whatever I can so nothing happens to her. I failed Kodonoha. I will not fail Natsuki. I'm not as much of a useless failure as my father made me out to be. I promise I'll figure out something. Just hold on, Natsuki. I hope I don't make you wait too long, but I'll figure out something. Once you're okay, I'll quietly vanish and never be in your life again. Even if the thought of never seeing you again hurts me inside. All that matters right now is your happiness and your survival. As I'm heading back to the entrance, a familiar voice calls out to me.
Wait, don't go!
Natsuki, what are you... Before I can even finish that sentence, Natsuki rushes up to me, pulling my sleeve as if to keep me from floating away.
Please don't go, Hallie. You came here to save me again, didn't you?
Huh? Wait, how did you know? She lets go of my sleeve and takes a few steps back. I'm left in awe as she reaches around her neck and reveals a small pendant. The very same one I gave her before.
You gave this to me, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but that's in a future that never happened.
Yeah, I know. It was all very hazy to me, for me at first, but then I heard you walking away. That's when things started coming back to me. I don't know why, but with this pendant, I can sort of remember the last few days we spent together. Even a little bit before that. I never told you, but when I'm wearing this, I feel a lot safer inside. Even when you're not around, I know it sounds stupid and whatever, but just having this around my neck and knowing that you're here, I just feel so much happier inside.
Hold on, you remember everything?
Bits and pieces, but I think I get the gist of it.
I thought you never wanted to see me again. You said that I was a backstabber. In fact, you specifically said you never wanted to see me again. You wanted me to rot in hell, remember? You're supposed to hate me. You even said so.
Yeah, I know. I know what I said, and it was wrong of me, okay? I was just so angry at you, I just lost it. I wasn't even thinking about how saying that stuff was going to hurt you. I got so caught up in the heat of the moment, and then I don't know what came over me back there, Hallie. It felt like I wasn't even in control of my emotions back there. Like I could see myself doing all that stupid crap knowing it was wrong. But I wasn't able to stop myself from hurting you.
You seriously scared me back there.
Yeah. I know I should have never said any of that hurtful stuff to you. I know it was pretty stupid of me to jump off the school roof. I know. Although it was pretty stupid of you to come right after me.
Well, what were you expecting me to do? I wasn't going to just stand there and let you fall to your death. I had to do something.
Huh. You idiot. You don't know how much it means to hear you say that. I know you're trying to save me, but you can't.
Who says I can't? How do you know for sure? She produces a pink notebook from her arm and opens it to a specific page.
Take a look at this.
She presents the notebook to me and I nervously take it from her.
The Curse of Tarankos. Take 2 bracelets of gold and silver, link them together. These will form the chains of Tarankos. Slide your left arm in the silver bracelet and your right arm in the gold one. Hold your arms out and chant 8 times, Tarankos have come to bargain. In doing so, you will perform the curse correctly and will briefly lose consciousness before awakening in the desired time and place. You are now effectively the host of the curse. Because this is a curse, it forces you to relive a certain period of time forever until certain requirements are met. Make sure to act as per the rules of the curse set out by Tarankos. Deviating from them will result in you losing something dear to you. The number of people who will die on a specific day is fixed, so there is no way to change this. An exact exchange must be made with no exceptions. A soul for a soul, no more, no less. There is no way to remove the curse effectively outside of meeting the requirements as deemed by Tarankos. The only way to end the time loop is for the curse's host to make the correct decision. Even if the user's host unwillingly meets their demise or forcefully dies at their own hand, the curse will not be removed and the loop will resume from the initial starting point. This decision is irreversible, and it is cautioned that it must only be made if the curse's host is willing to make said sacrifice to ensure the well-being of their target of interest.
This is...
fortune cookie nonsense.
No. Well, yeah, but besides that. This is the answer I've been looking for. How did you get this? Yuri said she was having trouble finding any info on this thing. Natsuki has a solemn expression on her face. She remains silent as I look over the last passage again. After all this time, I've got the answer I was looking for. It's written in fortune cookie nonsense language, but I've got it. And yet...
So look, Hallie. No matter what you do, the amount of people who are going to die on a specific day is already set. If you're going to save me, someone else has to die, so that much is true. If you so much as stray away from those stupid rules, you're going to be in for a bad time, to put it lightly.
Oh no, don't worry, I already know that firsthand. If you remember when I said that I saw our classroom burn down, yeah.
Oh, right. So then you must have screwed up big time.
Don't rub it in. Anyway, it's almost exactly like Amy said, but not as cryptic and vague. Why do you even have this, though? She had this determined look on her face when she stopped me. The moment I asked her that question, though, her determination seems to fade. Her voice gets softer as she speaks, and she seems to have trouble looking directly at me. I don't know, it seems they're doing just fine right now.
Well, let's just say there was someone I felt bad for when I found out he died. When they died.
Huh? Something seems a bit off here. Considering this stupid curse is disguised as a way to save someone's life, I assume she had someone in mind she wanted to save. Why is she being so hesitant to tell me who, though?
I made a stupid decision and I have some experience with this myself. The point is that no matter what you do, you're locked in. I'm chained to fate. I'm trapped by the chains of Tarankos.
Both of us are.
I didn't even realize it until after you gave me this pendant. I started to remember everything, and once you mentioned that name, it all started to click into place. So this ritual, this whole time loop, it's all just a huge trap meant to torture the poor sap who falls for the curse in the first place. Yeah, I figured it out. It looks like you're both the poor saps here.
She looks down at the ground, nervously tapping her foot against the floor. She wants to say more, but I know she's not going to tell me directly. Was it Amy who told you about this? Natsuki gives a sad nod. It's not your fault. She probably left out the part about this being a curse. Conveniently, she sure didn't tell me this was a curse. She just made it sound like a friendly little ritual meant to grant you some kind of happy wish.
Yeah, that's how it was with me too.
She didn't sing you some song to make you do it against your will, did she?
No, why?
She then gives me a mocking look as I turn away a little.
No, don't tell me.
Hey, well, you're in the same boat as me here, so I wouldn't be so quick to start laughing.
Fine, you got me there. Look, since we're both just kind of stuck here, why don't you stay here with me?
Huh?
Please don't just go and leave me like this, Hallie. Everything just feels better now that you're here. Even if we are stuck in some stupid endless time loop, could you just try and stay here with me?
Natsuki, you do realize what's going to happen if we go against this, right? Why are you being so...
You can come and see me every day now. We can spend as much time as we want. Well, ignoring how every day is always going to be June 3rd and 4th. You're seriously all I have now, Hallie. Now that I'm starting to remember everything, I don't think I can even trust Amy anymore. I don't have my mom anymore. Sometimes I don't know how to... I don't know what to feel about my dad. But you, though...
Her face grows red as she chooses her next words.
Your constant visits and the fact you care so deeply about me is all I have left that keeps me going. I would probably lose my mind knowing what I do now and not having you here with me. I don't want to be alone, Hallie. I don't think I'd be able to handle that.
She's being more direct with me than she's ever been before. I know we both said we loved each other before I don't know how much of that was genuine or just from tensions running high. At least in Natsuki's case, for sure. In my case, I still don't even know if this is love or not. I'm dragged out of my head when Natsuki drops her notebook and grabs me by the sleeve again.
Come on, Hallie, please. Don't make me beg you to stay.
Okay, now you're just being ridiculous.
Ugh, are you seriously going to make me do it?
That's not what I'm saying here.
Man.
Alright, now you're just being...
Please! Please, 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 please!
Natsuki, get a hold of yourself. Good grief. She stops abruptly, looking like she was snapped out of a trance. I never thought I'd see her jumping up and down and begging me like a 6-year-old. You know I'd like to stay here with you. I really would. You're forgetting the problem here, though. If you're bound to the same curse, then if we so much as take one step out of line, there's no telling what could happen to us.
Ugh, damn it.
Right. And so what? Are you saying we should just run away and try to avoid Trankos as much as possible? I don't know if you've met him, but I have, and let me just tell you right now, he's not the kind of guy you can just avoid forever. He can see almost everything. Even if we manage to avoid him for a little while, he will find us eventually. And you can bet he will make us suffer.
I know you're right, but I'm so sick of this. I wish I could just use my lawyer talk and find a loophole out of this.
This guy isn't your average everyday con artist, Natsuki. He's got powers you can't even imagine, and an aura that just sends chills down my spine. Not like we could go after him with modern-day weapons either, that from what Yuri told me.
That's the second time you mentioned her. What's she got to do with this?
As long as you keep this to yourself, I'll tell you. She doesn't like anyone knowing about this.
Hallie, just tell me already.
She and Kotonoha are descendants of some kind of cult that worshipped Tarankos. Worshipped. At some point, however, her family realized he was pure evil and escaped from him. Even though our family members were branded as traitors, that blood still flows through their veins. That's not all. There's some evil freak chick called Sharitha, who is the youngest sister of Tarankos. The only one from that family not screwed up is the oldest brother, Articus. Oh, sorry, Atricus. And I never all knew this about Kotonoha, but Yuri was the one who gave me a lot of this information, as well as the pendant you're wearing. Natsuki takes a moment to look at the pendant and then back to me. That pendant is crafted from something called xynothioid metal, which is immune to whatever magic Trankus and Sharitha can throw at you.
Wait a minute.
She picks the notebook up and opens it to the front page. There's a paperclip resting there like a bookmark.
Amy said this paperclip was made from xynothioid metal. No clue what the hell that meant, though, and not like she told me either.
That might explain why the notebook survived time looping. Why'd she give it to you, though?
I was having issues understanding this whole thing about the ritual, so she was nice enough to tell me. I wrote down whatever she told me, and then she put the paperclip in my notebook. After that, she told me to never remove it, no matter the circumstances. I wasn't going to question her, but she sounded super serious about it.
And yet she still made some parts of it super fake just to mess with you. I'm guessing by the time she told you all this, it was too late. At some point, Natsuki took both of my hands in hers. I looked down at her small, dainty hands clasped in mine. I reciprocate and clasp them back, but not too much. As silly as it sounds, I still can't help see her like a fragile doll that'll break if I'm not careful. This feels amazing. I'm shocked when she pulls her hands away and takes a few steps back. Her face is a bright crimson with a sad smile on her face. Without warning, she drops to her knees and that smile vanishes. Tears start streaming down her face.
Hallie, do you want to know why I even got myself wrapped up in this stupid crap in the first place?
I'm almost afraid to ask, but I think I deserve to at least know that much.
Well, it was because of you.
What? Me? What did I do to you?
No, you never did anything to me. You were always so nice to me, Hallie, so that hasn't changed. And the time we got to know each other, when I did the ritual for myself, I felt happy with you around. You treated me with kindness and respect. Now that it's coming back to me. God, I can't believe I forgot about those memories. And just how cute you looked whenever you smiled. But the only reason I did all this in the first place was because something happened to you. The teacher said you died, but he wouldn't say anything beyond that.
Now it's my turn to fall to my knees. What am I even hearing right now? How the hell would I have died? Natsuki tries to hold back her tears and maintain her composure as she continues.
When I heard all that, I didn't know what to feel inside. Sure, we didn't talk a whole lot, and I didn't know you all that well, but for some reason, even from the moment I first saw you, I felt there was something about you. I felt different around you. Not only that, but Kotonoha made you sound like this great guy, and I believed her. After we spent so much time before in between both of us doing the ritual, I can say without a doubt that she was right. We had so much in common, and no matter the timeline, I looked forward to seeing you.
She pauses for a moment.